As the entire world knows, we are still buzzing from the epic 6th edition of the Invictus Games. I mean, it was so lit that even Prince Harry's biggest critics like the Daily Mail had to admit he was slaying it. Selfies? Check. Dignitaries fighting for a spot next to him? You bet. Just look at the article on the screen. But guys, then we see this picture of Harry and Meghan with the NATO chiefs right before William jets off for a little chat. Next thing you know, there's a drama alert. But before we spill the tea, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. Returnees, you know the drill. Like and hit that bell. Okay, so we're referring to this headline which says Harry and Meghan's Invictus power play. Sussex's decision to pose with NATO chiefs just day before William heads for talks with the UN in New York is latest stage of the PR battle between the two brothers, experts say. So this headline got me thinking, does the royal family really not grasp how these headlines make them look? That's why they're losing relevance. I mean, seriously, do they reckon that an almost 40-year-old man, aka Prince Harry, continues to scheme about William when he's making his life choices? Doubtful. They carry on as though Prince Harry was still with the royal family, when he has clearly over and over said he is not only stepping back, he will not be coming back. Anyway, the Sussex Squad Detective Agency went full Sherlock Holmes on this one. They went to town investigating all the claims that had been made in the news article. First off was William heads for talks with the UN in New York. That appeared to suggest that William was going to be speaking at the UN. But an investigation by the Sussex Squad revealed that although the press had obviously been briefed to big up William's visits to the UN, it turns out that all it was that William had a quick meeting with the Secretary General to discuss efforts to accelerate the fight against climate change. Can you imagine that? Don't even get me started on the article which claimed that Prince William was the newly acclaimed sexiest royal. Huh? What? Anyway, have you seen that head? Anyway, second of all, what does that have to do with the Earthshot prize? People help me, I'm confused. Next thing you know, we had the false claims of crowds as William fished about for oysters at Billion Oyster Project on Governor's Island in New York. And get this, he tried to meet the New York City mayor, but got ghosted. Some say it's because Eric Adam, the mayor, had thought it was Prince Harry who had asked for the meeting, but cancelled the meeting when he found out that it was Prince William who he was asking to meet with him. Talk about awkward. At the actual Earthshot summit, do you know William flew all those miles just to announce the finalists, something he could have zoomed. What's worse, it seemed like the actual finalists weren't even in the room. So the entire event put together was just so that the spotlight could be on William on an international stage. Which is the total opposite of what Harry and Meghan do at their events. Which is the reason why their events are usually so successful. Harry and Meghan know how to make the events all about the subjects of the events. For the Invictus Games, it was the veterans and their families. For Well Child, it's the children, the caregivers, the families, and so on. So the reactions by New Yorkers to William's Earthshot prize were nowhere near the ecstatic excitement that met Harry and Meghan's Invictus Games, despite the obvious puff pieces being written up to big up his project. Just look at this mess of an article by Vanity Fair. They say Prince William received a rapturous greeting from a room full of business leaders, investors, and philanthropists at the Plaza Hotel for a summit celebrating the Earthshot Prize. Rapturous greeting? Only the British press reports on things relating to William and Charles in this manner. Okay, let's go on. William's performance was so dismal that even royal fans like the Pearsons were not buying what William was selling in New York. Mr. Pearson, a 72-year-old New Yorker, called out Prince William's green credentials. He was not at all impressed by Prince William's mission in New York to promote the Earthshot Prize, which is said to be a charity which awards millions of dollars to entrepreneurs with ideas to reverse climate change. Mr. Pearson said, to show his green credentials, he's flown here across the ocean, right? Right. A few minutes before 4 p.m., the prince arrived in a dark grey Range Rover, aka a gas guzzling machine. Another green fail. They report that the crowd was quiet save for a few cheers. Hold on. Let's rewind a bit to the Vanity Fair article. Did they not just say that Prince William received a rapturous greeting from a room full of business leaders? Seriously, at this point, the British press is embarrassing. Anyway, going back to Mr. Pearson, I'm telling you, these older people, they just don't care. They just say what's on their minds and they love it. I can't wait to get to that age myself where I have the license to pop off as I please. The British media's disappointment that Prince William's performance in New York was so bad that one of Prince William's staunchest critics said, if Prince Harry could allow his bitterness to subside for just a few moments and let sense prevail, reconciliation would eventually come. It won't happen for some time, but for the sake of the crown, I hope it does. He had a lot to offer the monarchy. Wait! Wait a minute. What did he just say? Prince Harry had a lot to offer the monarchy. I thought you guys said Prince Harry was not very bright. Now he has a lot to offer the monarchy. Huh. They really do say success is everyone's best cousin. My goodness, the backlash that ensued from here was epic. The next major news report we got following Jabba the Hutt's article. Jabba the Hutt is Robert Johnson, for those not in the know. So the next major report we got following Jabba the Hutt's article was an article written by a couple of podcasters called thetortoisemedia.com. They sought to investigate the secret agreement between the press and the palace, with emphasis on Prince William's settlement with Rupert Murdoch's news group. The timing of the announcement of the investigation was priceless. I'm sure there were screams coming out of Kensington Palace. It turns out that Rupert Murdoch's settlement money was part of the funds used to set up the Earthshot Prize, Prince William's charity, and Kate Middleton's Early Years Foundation. Oh my God! I clutched my chest. It was one thing to speculate, it's quite another to see the facts written in black and white. If I thought the backlash was bad before, I'm telling you, it went up several million notches with this recent article. The backlash was so bad that the royal family's oldest mouthpiece, Dickie Arbiter, was dragged out to try and put a positive spin on Prince William's performance in America and to continue the conversation about the Earthshot Prize as though nothing was going on. But even Prince William's most ardent online fans were not having it. Look at this Twitter thread, which reads as follows: Prince William is home after 2 days in the Big Apple. But did he achieve everything he set out to do in New York? I put my money on it that he did. Join us on this special edition of hashtag Royal Report. And then it links to a YouTube video. Karen Arms, Prince William's online Voltron, replied Dike Arbiter saying, press coverage says no. Ouch! I am bemused. What is going on? We had gotten used to the world being upside down. Now it feels like things are being righted. Qu'est-ce que c'est? And so it continued because the next article we got from GB News was this headline which said Prince Kate branded as arrogant. Like they never throw shade at William, Charles, or Camilla. Something's off, right? The invisible contract seems to be in jeopardy. It's breaking. And it got even wilder because this new article came on and it said Prince William and Kate admit they have a problem. Is this the soft launch of the alleged divorce? When I went into the article to read the actual content of the article is a mess because it claimed that William is distancing himself from Kate to become a respected statesman. Seriously? The article also claims that William feels that the media focus too much on Kate's glam and glamour, and his message gets lost in the excited headlines about Kate's hair or clothes. Wait, did William just admit to jealousy under the guise of wanting to distance himself from Kate because he wants to be taken more seriously? Honestly, this is too much. Who's going to tell him? This right here is what makes the difference between William and Harry. Harry has no problem sharing the spotlight with Meghan, and this is one of the very many reasons people love Harry. If this article is right, then William is thinking in the same patriarchal terms as his father, and that just goes to tell us the kind of king he's going to be. My gosh, the very thought of what life is going to be with William as king is depressing to say the least. But the backlash continued as Hello magazine dropped a bomb saying William was jealous of Prince Harry growing up. Qu'est-ce que c'est? That's no surprise. We've been knowing that already. The real question is why are the papers just now stating the obvious? By now, we all know how the media operates, right? They start the lead up to a larger story by dropping breadcrumbs of shocking type headlines with little or no details in the body of the story. And then later, a bombshell of a story or announcement drops. I have to say, though, that whatever the case may be, it's safe to say that winter is officially here for William and Kate. Post Invictus Games, the Sussexes have won the PR war. Even the Daily Express, who used to roast Harry and Meghan, did a 180. I mean, look at this article by the Daily Express about the Invictus Games. They say Invictus Games has often been heralded as Harry's greatest achievement to date, and his commitment to lifting up and empowering veterans who have given so much in service of their country is truly commendable. But while in Germany, he and Meghan reminded us of what they are capable of. Whatever kind of attention they attract, there's no doubting Harry and Meghan have star quality and the ability to get people interested in their projects, as shown by the multi-million dollar deals they signed upon their departure from the royal family. Is this the same Daily Express that has continued to crucify Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan? I feel like I'm having an Alice in Wonderland moment. I almost fell over when I saw this article. So many positive statements in one article. Also, according to the Press Gazette, Reach, the company which owns Daily Express, OK Magazine, and a few others, is also cutting jobs And one of those jobs due to be cut is that of Richard Palmer, royal correspondent. Meghan's ancestors have been busy. Yeah, they have been busy. I think the problem the media will have now is how do they turn back from a continuous stream of negative reporting to telling the truth? Well, that's their problem. My focus is on William and his failed attempts to battle his brother out of existence. Honestly, if I had the opportunity to advise William, and I would give him the advice because he's Harry's brother, there's always hope for redemption. I would advise him to take the following steps. Stop allowing the media to pit you against your only brother. Go on a secret personal growth challenge. The lessons you will learn on your personal growth journey are your keys to the kingdom. Divorce your wife or love your wife, whichever path you take. Break with royal tradition and do either one with care and consideration for your wife. Lastly, if you're really serious about wanting to hold on to the kingdom, call Harry. What other advice would you guys give to William if you had the opportunity to advise him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, turning my attention to Harry and Meghan. They are doing all the right things. I love that Harry and Meghan are doing more public engagements. I love how intentional they're being with the organizations and people that they choose to align themselves with. And they're being very careful not to overexpose themselves. Guys, I'm so excited for them. I see light at the end of the tunnel. I see Harry and Meghan achieving billionaire status in the future. I would love to see them continuing to do more of what they're already doing to cement their positions for eternity. The royal family and the media are not going to stop trying to take them down. And for that reason, I will always be on Sussex watch. If you would like to help or continue to help Harry and Meghan's cause, may I suggest the following actions. Number one, subscribe to this channel. It will help keep you up to date with the latest developments. Number two, like the video. On purpose, just like it. The algorithm will push the video to a wider audience just because of your like. Number three, if you haven't watched it already, go ahead and watch The Heart of Invictus. And don't forget to leave a review for The Heart of Invictus on Netflix and on the IMDb website. I will leave the link to the Heart of Invictus page on the IMDb website in the description box of this video. These are things that don't cost any money and will probably take you all of 10 minutes to do. So give it a go and see what happens. I hope these recommendations help those who might be feeling helpless and remain unsure about what they can do to help Harry and Meghan. Continuing on, what do I think is going to happen next? Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you asked. Of course, we know the royal family are proud. And the greatest weakness is that they have a superiority complex, particularly William, who, although he's old enough to be married, has remained infantilized by the over-pampering that came with being the heir. For goodness sake, the man has been told that he's the anointed one, and therefore cannot probably comprehend why things are not automatically falling in place. I could answer you, William, but it would take all day. But just for the sake of this video, I'll give you a short answer. The answer to all your problems is impact. Harry's work directly impacts humans. Your work impacts no one directly. The second answer is you discarded your younger brother in public in so many different ways. You aimed to end his public life by death of 1,000 negative headlines. Unfortunately, you are surrounded by sycophantic suits who prevent you from reaching the level of self-awareness you need in order to make the changes you need to grow into the kind of statesman/king you want to be. I may be wrong though, guys. What do you think? Do you think that a come to Jesus moment is in Prince William's future? It's always fun trying to figure out what the media are up to. Do you think Prince William is facing backlash from the media because the media want him to get in touch with Harry? That's my guess, though. What do you guys think? I know the British media are literally gasping for Harry and Meghan to come back. We know they only initially wanted Harry to come back, but I think that they have now acknowledged that this is not going to happen. And so they probably want the royal family to invite Prince Harry and Meghan back. Look at this article by Nadine Dorries. She said, Charles will know that two issues go to the heart of whether he can heal this rift. The first is the issue of protection. When the Sussexes are in Britain, the threat to their security is serious and genuine. This problem falls on the shoulders of the Home Office, as I know all too well, a basket case of a department. To say Harry can't have full police protection, even if he pays for it himself, is a nonsense. Suella Braverman needs to get this sorted. What? Again? This is an uncommonly truthful article, so what gives? At this point, don't you think that Harry and Meghan have outgrown the royal family? Do you think that they could possibly shrink down now into the role, whatever role the royal family dream up for them, even if they did want to invite them back? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. I know William is going to fight the media, and that's probably the reason why he's getting all these negative headlines recently. But I can actually see Prince William being forced to reach out to Prince Harry. Question is, should Harry help when he's being begged for help? Anyway, I'm going to stop this video here. In the meantime, keep focused, keep shining, and keep thriving. Until next time, bye!